Hi there, I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my simple and savvy solutions for paper crafting. So let's get started. Now I love chipboard books, but what I don't love about them is when you start filling up the pages, they start to duckbill. And pretty soon you have an album that's all duckbilled out. I don't like that. So what I do is I take my Angel Company cutting knife here, or you can take a craft knife, and you can use a ruler to do this also if you don't want to do it freehand. I go right down there and I start cutting out every one of my pages, just like I've done here, and then I start building my own board book that I can then put together with my Bind It All machine. And then I also take, for that rough edge right there, if you have any of those, take a sanding block and you can just sand that down and then you're ready to go. Now, after you have these great pages, you're probably wondering, a lot of you probably stipple or take your ink pad and go right along there to ink it up. Well, what I've discovered is that I love to use my walnut inks for this. Now, I've taken off all of the spray caps and I've replaced them with the daubers. I hate using the spray caps, so this was a great solution for me. You just get your ink going here, and I use the dauber to go all around the board book, and it inks up and just gives me a nice, polished, professional look to the finished album. Now let me show you some that I've done here that have already dried. You can see I've done some of the different inks. This is the Willow, this was the pink color. Here are some pages where I've done, this is the walnut ink color, and then this is the Java. So I can just begin building right on there, and I've got a great look. Here's one that I had already constructed, and now I'm just getting to a point where I'm ready to bind the album together. I've done my walnut ink around there, went ahead and built on my pages, and then I still took some ink and stippled around it, but what a difference that makes to not have this original board book color sticking through there. I never used these inks until I started going around them with my board book, so a great solution for myself. So this next solution is one of my favorites. I have taken number 10 plastic canvas, and I've taken some fun foam. And I just rolled these through my die cut machine so they'd be really cute, because I actually made these and had given them as gifts. I used my Crop-A-Dile, punched a hole in there, added some hardware, and put some ribbon on. I have ribbon on my stylus because I think what a great little gift set for a paper crafter. But what I do with these is I put my fun foam down, and then you can take your piece of plastic canvas, and this is the perfect solution for hole punching. And then for circles, I use this circular canvas that you can get at your discount store, your craft and hobby store, and this cost pennies, and it's one of my favorite solutions. Savvy solution number 4 is all about clothespins. They can be plain, or you can decorate them up with a sheet of your favorite cardstock or printed paper, whatever you like. And I keep these little guys on hand because I use them to hold projects down when I just don't have enough fingers and I want my glue to dry a little more, and I just want to make sure those flaps aren't going to pop up. I use my clothespins to hold that down in place. Now, the one thing that I wouldn't suggest that you do with these is paint them, because if one of your project's wet, you don't want any of that paint to stick to your project. But a fun, economical way to hold your projects for you. That brings us to savvy solution number 5. I keep a basket, any kind of basket, it doesn't matter, it can even be a little box, a TAC box that you get in the mail full of rubber stamps. You can cut the little flaps off of that and use that. But I keep this on my craft table beside me because as I'm working, I put all of my supplies that I've used in here, and that way when it's time to put everything away, it's in one spot, it's nice and easy to put away, or if I need to grab something, It's right here in my basket. So there you go, 5 simple and savvy solutions that I hope will make your paper crafting more delightful.